ended last time with these words. The night came on, and the darkness came, and it was night. This is this world that's Doma Laila. As you can see, it's dark behind. Those are Trisim. That's not the dark you see, but it's dark outside. Now, what would you say? What would you say about this? Very nice, huh? Chazal, very nice. Yafamod. Zolam Haza Doma Laila. This is this world that is like the night. Yeshakayach. Vahavein, continues Rabbeinu. Kama nifla. How wonderful. Hamamar azeh. Whoa, how wonderful. This isn't stam 5 words. Chazal, when they're telling us Toshis Chosh Vayilayla Zolam Haz Dom Laila, they're telling us emes, they're telling us omek, they're telling us depth. They're taking us somewhere. Lemishim mamik lavinbo. But someone who's mamik, you have to go in to understand it. Rabosai, it's fine to learn things sometimes a little faster. But you have to understand, you're missing the point. I made this point before. I think Mesilas Yesharim is such an eony work. You have to see that. It's lemishim mamik lavinbo. I'm learning Chazals. Zalam has domalayla. Very good. Next. No. You won't see the common niflam amrazeh. To see the common niflam amrazeh, you have to be mamik in it. You have to think about it. You have to be guided in it sometimes. Kinech. Now why? What is it? What does it mean? What does it mean this world is domalayla? What about this world is domalayla? I'm having a good time. I'm going outside. I buy stuff. Amazon. I have Prime. Things delivered to me. I get food. I have Wolt. Whatever the Wolt is a fast delivery service. I can get all types of kosher food. Yishmak, kosher cruise. Great. Go to Akko for Pesach. What's Laila? There are 2 types of mistakes that darkness causes to a person. Think to yourself, what are they? Let's see. Oh, you just don't see it all, right? You can walk off the precipice and not even realize. Oh, sheyato sheyera elo amud kilu adam, badam kilu amud, or it's misunderstanding. I see a column, and I say Shalom Aleichem Rabbi Yed. I see an enemy, and I say, hey, buddy. I see a friend, and I think it's an enemy. I don't know what I'm seeing. So one is I just see nothing. It's dark. What can I see? Another one is I misinterpret, and I don't know what things are. And and where is it working, Rabos? And on our bodies, on our seichel. The Olam Haza makes us see darkness. The darkness of this world makes us see things that are good. It's good to be on vacation the whole time. It's good to do nothing with ourselves. It's good to be a couch potato. It's good to be dominated by technology. It's good to be entertained. It's geschmack. It's easy. It's nice. So much of our senses say that to us. We have to work so hard to say, no, Amalat Torah, Chesed, family, Mishpacha, our spouses, our children. Here's where life is. It's difficult because there's the darkness. Shiato achiera lo adam kilu adam v'adam kilu amud. Kain chomrius v'gashmius. I don't have a good explanation of exactly the difference between chomrius and gashmius. Holm hazek hinehu choshech halayla ena seichel to our eyes. V'garm lo shtei toyot, and it's garm to 2 toyot. Eno miniach lo shira hamichshol shebedarche olam. A person doesn't even see the stumbling blocks in the world. It's all good, no problem. V'nimtzaim ha'pitayim, the fools, holchim levetach, they're so sure of themselves. V'noflim v'ovnim b'li shigiyim pachat chil, they have no fear. I have nothing to be worried about. I have no regrets. You ever hear people say this now? Like, it's such a silly thing to say. No regrets. Why no regrets? You were perfect. You did everything nicely. You're always good to your kids. Man, your daughter doesn't talk to you anymore. You have no regrets. You've left so many corpses on your way behind. You wasted so much time. Whether you should be bound by guilt or shame and how you use it, etc. But just no regrets. It's all good. You've hurt so many people. You've made so many mistakes. You wasted so much. No regrets. That's that choshech. It's zero. But that's because the eina seichel. Your seichel is muteh. You don't know what you're thinking. And you're holchem levetach, and you're sure yourself. V'noflim v'ovdim, and you fall. B'li shiata shigia pakat chila. Uma sha'amar hakatuv derech rishayim kafela. The way of the wicked is like kafela, is like darkness, fog. Lo yadam ma'i kashel. They don't even know what they're falling into. Mamish before Shabbos. V'omer, these next two psukim a little less clear what they mean exactly. I'll be honest. Arum ra'a v'nistar. Upatayim over v'nenoshu. The upatayim go and they're nenash. They're punished. V'omer ksil mit'aber boteach. I'm not sure exactly what the tar is, but I apologize. I don't have the exact translation. I get a chance to look them up. Ki libam bari lehem kulam. Here's the point. His interpretation, what I want to focus on. Libam bari lehem kulam. They're so sure of themselves. Their heart. You see people like, I'm so right. This is such a bad shit. The girl is perfect for you. The boy is perfect for you. Open your eyes. You're afraid of commitment. That's what it is. No, our neshamas don't meet. Neshama shmanana. This is the right person for you. Leave bari lem kulam. But nochum terem yedu me'michshol klal. They don't even realize it's a michshol. There's a therapist called, this is one example, Arvel Hendricks. He says that people sabotage relationships. You could be going out, all of you says you want to get married, and all of you says you don't. All of you sends a message you don't want to be married. But you're sure of yourself, and you're upset. What's going on in my shidduchim? Because you're sabotaging. But you're sure you're right. Libam barilam kulam v'noflim terem, and here you are. And so too in a zillion other ways. Like, it's not working out. I have to leave this job. My boss is so bad. It's your midos. Your boss isn't so bad. It's your midos. You can't deal with it. You're jealous. Well, why did my boss promote him and not me? Because he works better than you do. That's why. Perhaps. Obviously, I'm speaking perhaps. These are theoretical situations. Why did he get the promotion? Why did I get a demotion? Why is my salary low? It could be you, but you don't realize. And now you've demonized your boss. You've lost your job. You're sitting with nothing as opposed to taking the message. You have to step up. You didn't step up. So but your lave is bari. You're sure. This is the perfect girl for me. Christine McKinley, amazing. The Jewish girls are jappy. They're high drama, hard to take care of, expensive. Okay, Christine. Christine was very positive about it. She likes Hanukkah. She likes Hanukkah gifts, and we went away and she likes bagels. I mean, she'll come around. We'll have shalom bayis. It'll be fine. The Jewish girls don't compare to her. By toes sheni. How about the second toes? Who kashim in a rishon. Whoa! After all, the second toes is worse than the first one. You see things that are negative as if it's mamish tov. Atov kilu ra. Incredible. The eina seichel is mixed up. Teishes choshech vahi laila. The night comes, the darkness comes, and it's night. Zeolam has dom laila. So we have to understand that connected. This is like we speak about the Olam Haz is a darkness. There's a darkness in the world. It's implanted in it. The Yetzer Hara, who has such a reign in this world, the Tzad Ra, the Sitra Achra, has such a Tzad in this world, whatever these things mean philosophically. And that makes that we're living in this situation of darkness. And you have to imagine, when you go outside at night, understand that that's the situation during the day. That darkness is what's happening during the day. Now, there's a beauty in the world, of course, also. Tov Mod, we spoke about that. The beauty of the world, but we have to penetrate the darkness to see the beauty of the world. There's a beauty in food. We have to penetrate the darkness, see the beauty. There's beauty. There's elokus. There's a chias elokis in everything. There's beauty in members of the opposite sex. But that's such a good example where the darkness of Olam Hazeh makes us objectify each other and not see the beauty in a relationship. The infatuation makes us think that that's what the lust makes us think that's what love is. And people will give up on the security and love and relationship and long-term kinship that they have with a spouse for the darkness of infatuation, which is in front of them sometimes. Not in artsy or Khalila, but just something to talk about, right? That's the same darkness. And you don't see, but this is a relationship. This is, she's cranky and she's at the office dressed nicely, etc. He's so friendly, so polished, so respectful, and he's sleeping late on the couch and even yells at me sometimes. No, that's where your relationship is. Not right that he yells at you, but that's where it is. He's not. He's the Yetzer Hara, one big Yetzer Hara. He'll be exactly like him and a lot worse. It just came to my mind to say this. Maybe it's not so relevant, but Stephen Covey says that someone came to him one time. He says, I have a real problem. He said, what's the problem? He said, my wife, I go to conventions. I'm a businessman. I go to conventions, work conventions all the time. And, my wife won't leave me alone. She just won't leave me. She's always, calling and nervous and guilty and this, that. She won't leave me alone. Like, what should I do? So Mr. Covey said to him, well, how'd you meet your wife? Well, I said, I was at a convention, for my first marriage. So you see the Rav, she's Mamash Tov, right? You don't know what you're looking at. When we talk now this what happens. So you're so sure you're right, and we feel this with Machlokes, Mamash like that. Like, I have to stand on my principles. I have to take this person down. I have to make a big Machlokes about this. I have to make a big deal about this. This cannot go unnoticed, right? Again, all the things I'm saying are mostly, obviously I'm talking in the theoretical situations, and every situation has to be understood. Mitochach mitchazkim umachzikim ma'aseh maroim. I'm doing mitzvahs. It's a mitzvah daraisa mamish v'chulei v'chulei. Mitchazkim, they become strong. Umachzikim ma'aseh maroim. Ke'ein dai shechaser mehem riyah emes. It's not enough that it's lacking from them the truth. The road hara sher neged pneim el shnir lem limtzo rayo gedolot. We have to talk about this more. There's such a big line. They find rayas. I'll prove it to you. This is how it is. V'nisyonot, and I have empirical testing. That's what nisyonot means, like tests. Mochim l'svarasim haros l'deyasom kozos. Right? V'zot, right? So the person who's right, no, this is the way to be. I'm telling you. You have to, without this, it's not, and if you don't, a little this, a little that, psychology says, tests say, you have to act like this, you have to be like this. Why should there be so, what's wrong with little mingling? What kind of hermit are you? That's not a healthy way to live, not to do X, Y, Z. And I can even bring you a proof from a test that said it's healthy for a boy too, etc. A proof, a raya shenel of tshuva, and I have another proof, but it's all the Yetzer Hara. That's what's driving. And inside, it's one big darkness of the night, which is driving the whole thing. Wow. Shenir lem limtso rayot gedolot v'nisyonot mochichem l'svaroteim. I wrote, a little bit of alcohol helps me and helps me loosen up. Right? Again, that could be true sometimes we're talking about, but the person's abusing it. But you're going to be driving soon. What are you doing? Yeah, but it's important. But you're going to be driving soon. A car. No, but I read a mechkar which says that, and now it's in a mitzvah to be misameach chasav v'kala, and now I'm at the to'ameha. What a mitzvah to'ameh. To'ameh means you're supposed to taste the Shabbos food. That means the food that you're actually going to eat, you're supposed to taste it, right? So it's not the only svar, but one of the svaras is you taste in order to see whether it's good. So now you're having a totally separate cholent, a totally separate thing. It's not to'ameh, I call it something else. And now I fill myself up before Shabbos, and now I'm not going to even have. I'm not saying it's bad to have a little bit of a taste before Shabbos. I was in Baltimore, maybe I said this before, the Rabbi Silver Shul, Suburban Center, beautiful shul. They had 50, 60 people singing before Shabbos, beautiful. A little l'chaim and a little cup, a little cholent off to the side. People took a little bit. Nice. That was a very mechubad way to do it. A person stuffs himself, and you eat better food than your wife's going to give you. You come home, you're stuffed. A woman complained to my wife soon. It's like everything's like shalosh shudas in my house. Before Friday night, no one comes to Friday night. No one wants to eat because they all ate at Toma. Shabbos day, for sure, they don't want to eat because they fill themselves up with shalosh with kiddush. That's a way to have Shabbos. Let's not even talk about the liquor. You're coming and you're drinking before Shabbos. You can't even concentrate in davening. You don't know what you're saying. You're being inappropriate, and then you go home and that. But we'll bring a riot. It's called Talmud. Look, and they did it at this convention. No one ever did these things 50 years ago. I'm not saying that a little bit of Talmud is not good, bad, etc. And then you bring a proof. It has to be. And those, the boring Yidden that don't have Talmud, they're so messed up. They're lacking. And I heard this, I heard that. You bring rice. Look at what it is. Do you think that's what it's supposed to be? You're supposed to go into Shabbos full and not wanting to eat your shrimp. By the way, there's a din not to be full on Erev Shabbos. A din. Now, what exactly the din more after 9.5 hours? We're not talking halacha here, but you're supposed to come into Shabbos wanting to eat a little bit, not full of better food, and certainly not drunk. Chalila. Someone gets to his house, and his wife's embarrassed. Women are embarrassed sometimes when their husbands, the way they're acting. They have their sons-in-law over, their daughters-in-law over, and the husband's saying narishkeit, and then he brings a proof to it. Incredible. But that's so. But we all have that, right? This is me. This is helping me. This is helping me. And the reason we don't see it for what it is, right? Cut through the chase. The fluff is the Yetzer Hara, is what's stopping us from seeing things for what they are, from knowing this is good, that's bad. I'm just throwing out. I hope everybody appreciates. I'm just throwing out examples, and everybody has to judge in their life, in their situation, what's right, what's wrong. Mi'ani, ma'ani. Just talking in a strong way to get across the point. Believe me, I need this much more than everybody. But to see and to know and to understand and to realize. So again, like we said many times, what he's laying down for us is taking not really diversion, but he's explained to us a lot, this idea that the Moshelim were the ones who had to see this point, because when you're not Moshel, the Choshech of Olam Haza covers our eyes, doesn't let us see things for what they are, and we're in a difficult and dangerous position, and Hashem will help us.